I turned 60 today.
Well, congratulations.
Well, thank you.
Niels, congratulations.
Just a young kid.
You're 80% of the way to my age.
Yeah. Well, you're pretty. I hope I'm in that good a shape when I get there.
Well, thank you.
Niels, congratulations.
Just a young kid.
You're 80% of the way to my age.
Yeah. Well, you're pretty. I hope I'm in that good a shape when I get there.
Well, thank you.
Niels, congratulations.
Just a young kid.
Hello,
everybody.
Marks are on the street.
We got a lot of people.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, Mayor.
Hello, Mayor.
We ready to start?
Yeah, was that you with the feedback?
I
No,
don't
that
know.
was,
Maybe.
sorry.
Okay.
I was trying to go on YouTube live.
Oh.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's start with the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
I'm gonna mute myself.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag.
to the flag of the United States of America and towards the republic, which is God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, I'll accept a motion to accept the consent agenda, please.
Also move.
I'll second that.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, we'll start right in with our reports. Is the chief here or not here? Go ahead, chief.
Hello, everybody. Operations are normal.
Thanks, chief.
You're welcome.
Any questions for the chief? Okay, Mike, you're next.
Okay. Hello, everybody. So we rented the lift and got down the Christmas decorations off the tree and did all that. And while we had the lift, we went over and did some work on the city hall, front of the building there. We had a leak. Hopefully we got that taken care of. We washed off the front part of the tin. It didn't seem to really help a lot, but you could see a little difference. So that all went well. Just the only other thing I have is we ran into a little bit of good luck from the city of Winlock. They're changing out their meters. And we were lucky enough to purchase their meters that they're taking out for $5 a piece. And we're going to convert them over and start installing them this year. At the end of all this stuff, hopefully we're looking at saving about $9,000 somewhere in there by doing it that way. So that was a good deal. And I'll explain more further as we go down the road. We're going to start putting them in. We're going to redo the meter boxes as we go, putting bricks in and all that stuff, making them all cleaned up. So other than that, I'm pretty sure that's all I have. Unless anybody has any questions about the tree over at the park, Mayor, I don't know if you have any more information. I've been on vacation for the last few days, so.
We'll bring that up under new business, Mike.
Okay.
Is there any questions?
Yeah.
Ron, go ahead.
I had a couple. Number one, was there enough meters from Winlock to meet our total need?
He estimated he's going to have right around 200 meters for us to purchase. We have to be careful. We have to buy the right ones so they can be converted. And I don't want to buy a whole bunch of old ones that aren't going to last. So the ones that I'm purchasing are 40 years plus on the case, and the registers will be brand new when we install them. So they're guaranteed for 20 years. So we should have, it's just basically like buying brand new meters. So we're looking at maybe a couple hundred getting from them. So we've already got some in the ground that we're going to convert over. And so, yeah, that's going to work out really good.
Then I had another question is, when I came out my driveway and went down Toledo Vader down to Betty's, I saw some white marking on the side of the road. It said location here. You knew what that has to do with?
You know, I I haven't seen anything yet. Like I said, I've been on vacation for the last couple of days, but it's got to be a locate. They're doing something. It's not anything from us. It would maybe be Toledo Cal or something like that if they're going to do some utility work there, or maybe the gas company. But I can find out in the morning when I go in and let you know if you'd like.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Okay.
It's cute.
Sure.
Because it's down my driveway, actually. So
Oh, it is?
the markings.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well, I don't think, are you technically, your driveway isn't in city property though, is it? Is it?
Yes. Yeah, it probably about 10, 11 years it's been in city property.
Jill, did you get to locate when it came in?
Yeah, I just remembered actually, yeah. It's from GNO, so.
Oh, okay. So they're going to start doing their
Yeah.
deal.
You know,
Okay.
Enlighten me, I have no idea what GNO means.
Well,
You
that's
know,
Gray
Gray
and
and Gray and Osborne, our city engineers.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense. That makes all the sense in the world. Thanks, Jill.
Is there any other questions for Mike? Thank you, Mike. And Jill is sitting in for Michelle. So Jill, you're up.
The only thing I have is you guys got the expenditure and revenue reports through the end of December in the packets. So, and Michelle will be back later.
Okay, thank you. Any questions for Jill? Thanks, Jill. Okay, moving on, public hearing, special presentation, Toledo Planning Commission comp plan. We have anybody for that, Jill?
That was a misprint. I forgot to take it off the agenda. It was from last meeting.
Okay. Public comment on general items. We have no public on our lines that I know of. So let's move into new business. A liquor license renewal in Donna's Place. Everybody's got it in their packet and take a look at it. I'll entertain a motion for that.
I'll make a motion to accept the liquor license renewal for Donna's Place.
I'll second that.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Motion carries. Number 2 on the new business, shared service work order for the city of Winlock. Everybody take a look at that. I'll entertain a motion, then we'll get into some questions if you have them. Entertain a motion first, please.
I'll make a motion to accept. Oh,
Go ahead, Carol.
go ahead.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded, but I'll have to have questions on this one. Anybody have any questions? Ron, go ahead.
What do we estimate is going to be the total number of hours? Do we have a rough estimate of how much we've been using so far? And did Michelle, I assume, negotiated the time, you, Mayor, you and Michelle, or how did we? Just a little bit of background on this all, if anything you could help us, because we understand what it's about, but we're not really sure how it all falls together. What's
It looks like it says treasurer. I'm sure that's supposed to be treasurer. Yeah. I also have a question of, I know that we've been helping them out in the past, and is this the first time? It looks like this is an over, you know, what does it say? Outside of the time frame, the double rate of time. So is that what this is? That's my question.
Go ahead, Jill.
So this is, this was approved back in March of last year. And because wages have gone up, this is a new one with our current rate, our current wages and current rates. So we're actually charging them more now on this, and anything after 4 o'clock, we charge double time, which we did that before as well.
that answers my question.
Yeah, it's just a renewal for,
Because you need this for the new year. That sounds good.
I just would like to reiterate that last year when this came up, Michelle let us know that she had factored in all pieces and was really comfortable with that rate and felt like we were doing well for loaning her out. And so, yeah, I'm totally, if she has determined this rate for herself and her staff, then I'm sure
I
it's,
agree.
yeah.
Yeah, as for Michelle and Jill, Devin has done some work, but I'm not sure how much, but it affects all three of the girls in the office. And Michelle has come, she's sharpened her pencil, and that's the best she could do with the increases. And just had to get it okayed by our council, city council. Is that correct, Jill?
Yes.
Okay, any more questions for Jill? All right, let's take a vote on it. All those in favor, we already did vote on it, I'm sorry. All those in favor?
Aye.
Hi.
Okay.
Opposed? Okay, motion carries. Number
Aye.
three on the new business is the park tree. What Michelle has told me about the park tree, which tipped over, the Lions Club and a few other people are interested in cutting it up for wood. What Michelle told me is we cannot gift it to the Lions Club, and that's against the rules. What we can do is split the profit with the Lions Club after they cut it up and sell it, or get them to fill our woodshed and I don't know, they're going to sell the wood one way or another. But we got to come up with a plan. I have to come up with a suggestion to them from my city council. And she put the rules and regulations in there about trees. So questions, please ask them now and let's try and figure this out. Go ahead, Glenda.
I'm just thinking that number one, it's difficult for us to get wood for our woodshed. So that should be like number one priority for us when we're moving forward on this. I don't have a problem with the Lions Club doing that or striking some kind of a deal with them. Whatever you think, Mayor, is probably the best. But I am concerned about making sure that our woodshed does have a sufficient amount of wood in it to carry us through, moving forward into 2021. But yeah, if they're willing to do the work, I mean, otherwise that falls on our city crew, or we'll have to hire it done, and that seems kind of silly. And if they want to take the profit for their work or a portion of the profit, I'm okay with that. I don't know how everybody else feels.
I think,
second it.
in my opinion, I think that, yes, I feel like we should fill our woodshed and make that our priority. The Lions Club has done a wonderful job with the park in the past. And so, to be able to share that with them would be great. Perhaps we could raffle the rest. I don't know, but yeah, woodshed is a priority for me.
Go ahead, Ron.
Well, part of my concern is what the Lion Club does with their money, and they're into just about anything that needs to be done. They seem to want to try to help. And so I would like us to at least take that into consideration whenever we set the percentage. Because if they're going to do all the work and they're going to clean up good, and we know that the money isn't going to go into somebody's pocket other than some person that doesn't have food, then I would feel a lot more comfortable if when we began the negotiations, we began to give the Lions Club the lion's share of it, so to speak. I think filling the woodshed is great. I think that we'll have to pay to get that done, but we would also have to pay to have somebody work the wood, to cut it up, put it into the woodshed. So that's what I would like us to take in consideration, is that instead of just going out for a 50-50 split, that we think of somewhere that we can make it worth their while, that they feel like they benefit, and certainly that we benefit. That's all. And if it ends up being 50-50, if they end up not doing it and we do something else, I'm good either way. But I see what they do. I also see our need, and so I'll go with whether the council decides But the one consideration I'd like us to try to make is some kind of recognition of what they do with the money.
I was thinking the same thing, Ron. I was also thinking maybe a 60-40 split or a 70-30 split, because they are doing all the work and they will probably do the cleanup for us and everything. I was leaning more towards that because I don't think a 50-50 is really fair on our part for not doing nothing.
No, but
Mike, do you want to chime in?
you do need to take into consideration if they fill our woodshed, that's also a portion for us that, you know, takes away from theirs. So
Okay. How about filling the woodshed and then they take the rest of the wood and do as they want with it?
yeah, I mean,
How much room is in that woodshed, Mike? Do you know?
You know what? The last time I looked, I think there was like about a rick that was missing out of it.
Okay.
So I would say probably maybe 3/4 of a cord or however much will fit in there. It would be nice if they did the work. Right now, John and I are kind of busy. So, and to clean the whole thing up, it would probably take some time to do. So if they're kind of willing to do that, I mean, that sounds good to me. And we can, and it would comply with the public wood if they put it in the woodshed. That would take care of that part, because that would be for public. So,
I like that one better. I think I like that one better as the mayor and my council, you guys. If they fill our woodshed and we give them the rest of the wood, I don't think there's much more than what, a couple cord in that tree, Mike? Do you think?
probably, I would think that's what it was kind of when I drove by and seen it on the ground there. It's probably about right.
I personally know that cords of wood right now, because we actually buy it because Jim no longer works in the woods, runs about 140 to 150 a cord. So, you know, you factor that in, and then the labor to actually deal with it, then the cleanup, and then the stacking and cutting. That's a cord of wood just delivered. That's not stacked. So, you know, us filling the woodshed and them dealing with the rest of it, as long as they actually do the labor to put it in our woodshed, I think it's a fair split. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, because it sounds like the rest of the council is on board with this, is make a motion. So Jill, are you ready? I make a motion to allow the Lions Club to process the tree that is downed in the park and provide the city of Toledo with firewood for the kitchen that fills the shed, and that they will stack the wood for us. And the trade-off will be that they can have the remainder of the wood. I know it's a long motion, but we need to make sure we get the stipulations in there. So
You might have to clean up too. Glenda, you might have to clean up also.
oh yes, including cleanup.
I'll second that.
I'll-
Okay, it's been moved in second. Any more discussion on it? You can chime in now if you want. I like that one, Glenda. You did well on the motion. It covers all our bases and the city's protected by not gifting our funds. So all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Against?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries. Thank you, everybody. I'll get in contact with Mike Stover tonight. He wanted me to let him know as soon as possible, so I'll call him tonight after the meeting's over. Okay, I don't see any other new business, unfinished business. Jill, do you have anything on COVID-19 updates?
I don't have anything, no.
Okay, anybody hear anything? Glenda?
Okay, so there is a order of when you can, when you cannot get the vaccine. So anybody 65, I believe, and older fall into category A and are able to get that vaccine. I think that Lewis County right now is struggling with setting up the vaccination sites. And I know that we are beginning to partner with them as far as being able to bring vaccination sites to where we do our meal drop points, which is Toledo, Winlock, Morton, Patwood. We have a spot in Randall. We have a spot in Mineral. We have a spot in Onalaska. We also drop at PL at the Methodist Church, and we have a drop point in Adna and Napavine. So that's going to give them a lot of different areas to try to reach out to the community to bring the vaccinations closer to where the public is. And you know, depending on the timeline, because there's like a group A, a group B, I know my employees are going to be ready or classified in the group B, which will be sometime in the middle of February. So if you want some more information, you can go on to the Lewis County Health Department website, or you can go on to the State Health Department website to determine when and if you can get your vaccine. Being in this position and also being in the position I'm in for what I do in my other life during the day, no one is in the position to make that decision for someone else, and nobody should feel forced to get a vaccine or not get a vaccine. This is like 100%, you know, it's a hot button right now, but it is almost a violation of HIPAA for those of you that are working in the employment world. If you begin a conversation with another staff person and you're either for it or against it, and you're trying to talk them into it one way or another, I mean, that it gets really kind of technical. And I think we're going to see some major things come down the pike from this because of people's stances on how strongly they believe whether you should or how strongly they believe whether you shouldn't. I know I'm already facing that right now with a particular employee who believes that everybody should be vaccinated, and it's a personal choice. So that being said, contact your, you know, everyone should just kind of talk to your physician. We really encourage everybody to talk to their physician, reach out to see if you're a candidate for this. And if, you know, if you are, then that's going to be your decision to make. And you can find a lot more information on the website. There are 2 different vaccinations out there, and they both function differently. So that's another reason possibly that if you have underlying health issues, to contact your physician, even to do a virtual meeting with them to find out if you're actually a good candidate, if you are thinking about doing the vaccine. That's all I have. That was today's current update. Yeah, Ron.
Just have a real quick question. In the Class A or Group A, is there any criteria other than age? Do you have to have health issues or just?
I don't think so. I'm thinking right now what they're trying to do is target individuals age 65 and over because of the vulnerability to this pandemic.
I understand that, and I appreciate it. Sorry, Mike.
So if I may jump in here too, I also know that if you are in a mixed household and you're of the age of 50 and you have elders in your household as well as yourself and youngers at the age of 50, if you're in a mixed household, you are eligible for the vaccine, as well as 65 and older.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Emily. I forgot about the mixed households because, you know, children, let's face it, they're little typhoid Marys. They always have.
Woo!
That was a story Jim told me a long time ago when he used to drive a group bus and he was a single man with no kids, and he'd pick up all the guys that had family and kids at home, and they'd all be sick, hacking and coughing in his crew bus, you know. So, and he always said they live with typhoid Marys. But anyway, the thing of it is you just want to really think through what your decisions are going to be, and if you are in a mixed household, consider that, because if someone is not going out, but other members of the household are, such as our household, Jim stays home, but I'm out and about. So it's kind of a tough decision. So yeah, do your due diligence. Do your due diligence.
Okay, thank you, Glenda. Any other discussions on COVID-19? As we receive the news, we'll pass it on as quickly as we can at the City Hall also. Okay, I have nothing else. Anybody got anything else they want to bring up? Hey, Mike, were you thinking about using our trailer for the limbs on that tree, or just let the Lions Club take care of it?
Well, I could provide a place for them to dump if they'd like to haul them. That'd be great.
Okay.
But, I mean, it's going to come down to whatever. I mean, you know, I'd appreciate it if they would for the wood, just to clean everything up, but I guess we'll have to do what we have to do. So whatever
Okay,
you can work out. Yeah.
I'll talk to him as soon as we get done here. All right, nothing else to say. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
I second it.
Moved and seconded. All is in favor?
Dance party.
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thank you, everybody. See you all later.
Good
See ya.
night.
Thank you. Good night.
Bye.